Hi, good morning. My name is Grace, and this is gonna be a nice little simple reading vlog. Sorry if you can hear my dog whining in the background. Good boy. Oh, I know. Anyway, so I'm kind of trying something different with this vlog, something a little more like simple. I'm not a very aesthetic person in comparison to some of like the fabulous people that I have found and now follow. But that's okay. We're just having fun. So I'm gonna do just a little weekend reading vlog. It's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, weekend. The books that I'm reading right now, I'm currently reading Wuthering Heights. I'm about 130 pages in. I just posted my winter TBR, but my next classic I want to pick up is Count of Monte Cristo, and that is a big one. So I'm a little more motivated to finish this one. I don't want to rush through it, but I think I could probably finish this weekend. I have 200 pages left, and I think that's doable. Again, sorry if you can hear my dog making noise in the background. I am sorry. I am enjoying this. It's kind of starting to pick up with the drama and the conflict, and I'm enjoying that. I don't know. I haven't read a bunch of classics, although I have a ton on my shelf, so I'll be reading much more in the future. I don't know if this is just like a classics thing, but I'm getting a lot of telling about how Heathcliff and Kathy feel, and not a whole lot of showing, you know what I'm saying? I'm getting told how much they love each other, but there is no evidence. We're just taking the author's word for it. I don't know, maybe let me know if you've read Wuthering Heights, let me know your thoughts, but I am planning, I think I know the main story and how it ends and all that stuff. So I'm gonna try and finish this weekend. I am also reading for my nonfiction, How to Read Now by Elaine Castillo. Hi, it is revealed as you read the book that she pronounces her last name Castillo. And so I wanted to correct that. Elaine Castillo. Really good, really enjoying it. I wish I bought it. This is from the library. I wish I bought it and was annotating it. So I know I'm going to have to buy it, annotate it, reread it at a later point, but that's okay. I'm trying to really work on my physical TBR this year. It's like taking up 2 shelves of my bookshelf now, and I just want it to be a little condensed, because what's happening is what I can recognize is it'll hit a certain point and I'll buy more books and I'll only read those new books, but I never go back to books that were purchased before a certain date. Like, I'm only reading new purchases. And so there are books from 6 months ago, 10 months ago, a year and a half ago that have kind of just been languishing on my shelf. And so yeah, we gotta get it done. We gotta work away. So my plan, what I'm trying, is checking out library books, and if I love them, then I'll buy them and they'll have a place in my home. So this is about how to read, like critically thinking and reading, but also about how to read our world. And I'll be honest, it's kind of going over my head a little bit. I don't read, this is like my first like literary criticism book, if that's even what this would be called, that I've read. And if I was able to annotate it, I think I'd be able to digest it more. That's just the way things go. So, you know, it's a little, it's great. It's beautifully written. Elaine Castillo can write like she can write. So I'll have to pick up her other book. I think it's a memoir after this, but yeah, so we've got our classic, we've got our nonfiction, and then I just finished The Town of Babylon last night, and so I'm kind of at a turning point where what is my next fiction book gonna be? Don't know what I'm gonna do about that, but this morning I think I'm gonna chip away at Wuthering Heights a little bit more, so here we go. Good morning. It's Saturday. We made it to the weekend. I did a little bit of reading yesterday, so on my lunch break, I worked through more of Wuthering Heights. Missed a big plot point in this, just really went over. Also, this book is like hundreds of years old, so if you don't want to get spoiled for it, then just scroll ahead to where I'm not holding it in the frame anymore. Totally missed the point where Kathy was pregnant. But she was, and then she died, which I thought happened later in the book. So obviously my preconceived notions of what takes place were incorrect. So I read some more of that. And then last night, I also have an audiobook going. So we're really getting into the poly reading gig. I'm listening to reading the audiobook of I Love You, But I've Chosen Darkness by Claire Vade Watkins. This was very much an influence by CJ. Hold on, my arms are super tired. Yeah, last night I made about a third of the way into I Love You, But I've Chosen Darkness by Claire Vade Watkins. I didn't realize that it was autofiction, but I think it would probably fall under that category. I actually read a little bit about the author before I got into the book, which I don't normally do. But so the book starts with this woman who you can kind of surmise is in the midst of a postpartum mental health crisis. And then it kind of pivots and you're getting the context of her family. And it's talking about her dad, who was friends with Charles Manson and in the Manson family for a time, which is also true about Claire Vade Watkins' dad. So I think that makes it autofiction when there are so many things from the author's life that are represented in the novel. It's kind of weird. It is kind of reminding me of No One Is Talking About This by Patricia Lockwood a little bit. Just in the narrator is very honest in a way that makes them a little bit unlikable maybe. It's definitely an interesting look at motherhood and price of motherhood on a woman or on a mother. Yeah, it's kind of weird, but I've been listening to it while I play Minecraft, which is something I do now. I'm in my husband's realm and I play Minecraft. So this is the house I'm trying to build. It's gonna take me forever because I don't know what I'm doing, but so that's that. Today I'm hoping to finish Wuthering Heights. I think I can do it. I want to finish Wuthering Heights and then maybe make some progress on how to read now. I did a little poll on my Instagram as to what my next fiction book should read, and Pure Color by Sheila Heti won, and I have that checked out from the library as an ebook. So I think, I don't know, I'm excited about that one. Motherhood by Sheila Heti was my favorite read of 2022, so I'm very excited about Pure Color, trying not to put too many expectations on it and just kind of see how it goes. But that's the day. Hi. Boop. Okay, I just got done ranting to my husband about this, but I wanted to share with you. Here's my issue with Miss Emily. Okay. Yeah. I don't know, and I might just not be cut out for classics because she never refers to somebody by the same name twice in a row. It's Kathy, Catherine, Miss Earnshaw, which is her maiden name, Mrs. Linton, which I think is her married name. And I have a family tree that I have to consult every 5 pages because it's which Miss Linton are we talking about? It's Miss Linton, Mrs. Linton. And then then Heathcliff and Isabella get married and then they name their child Linton. So there's somebody with the last name for a first name, but then she's always referring to everybody by their last name. And I can't keep it straight. My brain can't keep it straight. Anyway, that's all. Hello. Things took a turn yesterday. My plan was to read all day. didn't happen. What instead happened was I made a bookshop in our Minecraft realm. And it did take me all day. Yes, it did. So, almost no progress was made on Wuthering Heights. I've accepted it and I'm moving on. I did get a little farther into I Love You, But I've Chosen Darkness, and I am enjoying it. The voice is reminding me, like I said before, it really is reminding me of Patricia Lockwood a little bit, who I love. I really liked the look into the narrator's family and like the context of their family dynamics and kind of maybe an explanation for why having a family of their own is maybe not ideal for them. I don't know what I'm gonna get done today. I don't know. To me, I'm like, oh, we'll do a vlog will be fun. I'm not very good at these yet. I'm still learning, but we're getting there. So gonna read some more Wuthering Heights today. I have this much left. I think when I looked at it, I have like 110 pages. So if I just dedicate time to it, I can definitely finish that today. And I would feel good about that. I would feel very good about that. So we're just having a really chill weekend. And my thought initially was like, I'll take you where we go. And but we've had kind of a crazy couple of weeks over the holidays and into the new year. And we just really needed a weekend at home. And I'm glad we took it. So that's pretty much the scoop. Okay, I have like 40 pages left of Wuthering Heights, but I realized today that I was getting Wuthering Heights mixed up with this old Elizabeth Taylor movie that I've seen once for some reason. I grew up watching like a lot of old Hollywood with my grandma. And in this movie, spoiler, if you ever plan on watching it, in this movie, Elizabeth Taylor is in like a fight with her husband, and she like tries to get into the house and the door is locked because he's like in a drunken stupor inside. And so she has to like walk to her sister's house in the snow and rain, and she gets pneumonia and dies. And I literally thought that that's how Kathy died in Wuthering Heights. Like I thought that that was like the climax. It's not. Changing up our location. I just finished Wuthering Heights and I didn't like it. Like at all. The story I had in my head was a little more interesting. I don't know. I had expectations for it in terms of like plot and character. And I don't know, like it's interesting because this is my first classic of the year and I plan to read many, some would say. I've got a whole stack of classics right here that are waiting to be read. So hopefully some of them are better than others. For this one, it was, and maybe I can admit that I probably don't interact very critically with the books that I read, particularly fiction. And that's fine for me. Like, I do want to interact more thoughtfully with the media I consume. And also sometimes it's okay to just read something and like have fun and just enjoy it for what it is. So I don't know if maybe with classics, I do need to put on more of like a thinking cap, just because, I don't know, maybe there's just a different experience that you get from reading like a much older book in a very different style. But I was like, hey, they love each other? Show me. Show me the love. You're telling me, you're not showing me. Also, this book is like 200 years old or whatever. So if you don't want spoilers, skip ahead. Yeah, so it was a lot of like, oh, I love Heathcliff. Oh, I love Kathy. But like nothing, no proof, no evidence. And then Kathy dies like halfway through the book. And the second half of the book is about their kids, which I'm like, I did not see that coming. And I was frankly like pretty bored by that situation about reading about like Linton and Hareton and Catherine. It was just boring. I don't know. I was just bored. Also, I was like, there was so much opportunity for it to be like atmospheric about like the moors and all these beautiful houses. And it was just like dry. I don't know. It was just really dry for me. And maybe that's just like to be expected with older books like that. I don't know. The more classics I'll read, we'll find out if I should just stick to books written more recently. I don't know. So I don't want to say like I'm not smart enough to appreciate it. It just wasn't for me. But maybe I'm not smart enough to appreciate it, and that's okay too. So anyway, gonna hop back into I Love You, But I've Chosen Darkness and see how that is progressing. It's interesting. I'm like in it. Her mother's like diary. So we're just like, it's all about moms. Like it's all about mothers and like mothers that probably don't want to be mothers or shouldn't be mothers, which I think is like a really interesting perspective, and obviously one that is not like talked about widely in our society. So it is interesting. It is kooky, crazy, funky, wild, weird. It's a good time. Hi, okay, so I forgot to film my final footage of this vlog because I'm very good at this. So I don't remember if I said it, but I finished Wuthering Heights. I did not like it. I am recalling now talking about this. I didn't like it, and that's okay. If you like it, tell me why in the comments below, please. I also finished I Love You, But I've Chosen Darkness by Claire V. Watkins. Weird book. Pretty weird. Kooky, crazy, weird book. It reminds me if like no one is talking about this and my year of rest and relaxation had a baby with some freakiness sprinkled in. I didn't love it, but it was entertaining. It was interesting. I am always going to go for a narrative about womanhood and motherhood that strays from societal acceptance, societal norms. Yeah, I don't know. If you're wanting something really weird, I was talking to somebody on Instagram about it, and they were like, yeah, you really got to be in the right mindset for that one. And I would have to agree. But I was, and yeah, pretty freaky, pretty weird. So that's pretty much it. We'll see. I'm going to continue to do weekend vlogs. I think I'm just gonna do them over the weekend for now, just to get in the habit, because I really enjoy watching vlogs, and I'm only gonna get better with time. So if you're willing to be patient with me, I'm willing to try to get better. So thank you so much for watching. Sorry for this wiggly jiggly footage. I'm just holding my phone with my hand. And I love you, and I hope you have a great day, and thank you for watching. Bye.